Alright, what's up guys? So, same day as doing the subframe, but in this video we're going to go over how to replace the carrier bearing on a JZX90. This is common across like all Toyotas or pretty much anything that has a carrier bearing. These are serviceable, and as you can see on mine, it's actually started to crack right here, so this is just moments away from failing. Whenever these do go, your drive shaft literally just collapses and rides like on the ring out here, on the outer ring. So let's replace that because that would be awful for that to happen. So pretty much you're gonna get these 14 nuts out of here, and then you'll get a pry bar and you'll stick it in here and you'll pop this thing out, and then this part separates. Also, before starting this, I highly recommend drawing marks throughout the whole thing so you can realign it again once it's ready to go. Just get like a highlighter or whatever, and just, not a highlighter, a white Sharpie, and just mark it up. So we'll get this one out of the way. Okay, there's gonna be a giant axle nut here, or a type of axle nut. We'll just have to punch out this indentation right here, and we should be able to get this thing off, this nut off. And then also mark where it is here so you can get it lined up again whenever you go to torque it down. If I find a spec on what it should be, I'll post it here, but if not, we'll just do it this way. Alright guys, so a little update. You're going to use a 24 size socket on the nut that's on there. Go ahead and put it on the biggest impact gun that you got. Go ahead and blast it away. And then once the nut's off, you're going to need, I tried hammering it out and it was starting to budge, but I didn't want to keep on hammering it and damage the nose, I guess it's called, this part right here. So I had a bearing puller out, or I had one already, so you might not need this, you might need it. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what I ended up using. Leave the nut on there. Obviously, if you're going to use this method, leave the nut on there, and then this piece can sit in the nut, and you can start tightening this out, and it'll start coming out. So you can see it go there. It should be at the end of it. But as you can see, this is actually splined, which is why you. So it should go in. Should go back in there. I'm going to clean up the threads. There we go, and the nose is off. Boom. So we'll leave that over there. Now this piece should slide off. We gotta clean that up. We'll get a Scotch-Brite pad and some anti-seize on there. Oh, looks like we gotta do a little bit more investigating on how to take this ring out now. Okay, there's nothing special to it. It's held in by pressure, so just give it a good whack with a hammer and it'll come right out. Oh, retain this washer, and remember the orientation that it came out of, the bearing. We're going to clean up the threads real quick with some Scotch-Brite, and we should be good to go. We're going to grease it up a little bit as well and put some anti-seize so then it doesn't get stuck ever again. But you can see the condition of mine. It's actually about to fail. It was a lot closer to failing than I thought it was. I just couldn't see all of it. So yeah, all the cracks around there. So good thing we're replacing it now. This really isn't a tough job. So we'll go ahead and do this, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I went ahead and put some anti-seize on the spline section, and then I went ahead and put some like wheel bearing grease on the part that actually rides on the bearing. So if you want to go ahead and grab the washer, you can put it on the back side right there, and then this part can go in like that. Bam! And it should be good. So then we'll go and put the this nose part back on there, and it should like compress it together again. So I'll pick up the camera again once I'm at that point. Like I should mention, just in case, this is the orientation it goes in. So this is the front of it where it goes into the transmission. The square part should be over here, and that part should be over there, and the part that has like a flange or a shaft, like a cover over it, goes towards the back. So this is the way it should be on the piece that goes to the transmission. So, and the washer should be, or the shims should be right behind there, under there. So that's how it should. And one thing I just did just now to get the bearing to fully seat against there is I just got my mallet and I tapped around it just a couple places around here, and then it literally just slid on. So that should be good now to put the nose back on here, and we will be good to tighten this one up. Alright, so here it is, new carrier bearing on. So whenever you go to put this piece back on the once you go to put this piece back on the spline section, make sure all your markings line up. Other than that, make sure whenever you connect it over here, it gets lined up to these, because these are weighted shafts. Once upon a time, Toyota at the factory balanced this for you, so you really don't want to mess up the balancing on it, because it could cause vibrations and whole other mess. So yeah, go and put these back together, and this thing is all good to go. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. The next video I have is going to be putting the subframe back in the car, or like the next portion I should say is going to be installing that. Then other than that, I think that's all I have in terms of maintenance. I do have stuff for the KA. I did get a turbo kit for it, so I might film it, I might not. I need to do head gasket studs on my KA. We're going drifting at mid-pond here soon, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I need to fix my body kit for it before I forget. Yeah, that's all I got. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a like, and we'll see you soon.